It's already live and I'm not over here. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. It's 6:30 already. Oh, I don't think that's a good angle. Sorry. No. I was watching my friend Linda do her live and I lost track of the minutes. I'm here though. I just gotta find... I think I'm losing my voice again. Okay, so let me find the live. No, my computer's not wanting to be nice. I'm sure you're there, I'm sure you see me, but I don't see what you see because my phone is turned around because I'm on an Android. I'm just gonna get out completely and try again. I may have to restart if this doesn't want to play nice. Oh, there we go. That worked. When in doubt, turn it off and turn it back on, right? So that's what I did. I turned it off, sort of. I just got completely out of Facebook, went back in, and there it was. And that's not a good angle at all. Let's see how that... Oh, that was a good... I'm so sorry. I gotta let the computer catch up. I think that's okay. Let's go a little lower. Just a little bit. Hopefully there's nobody getting dizzy watching this. Okay. So, to start off, I am not closing my door, but my TV, my parents' TV is on downstairs. So if you can hear it and it's bothering you, let me know, and I will close my door. But otherwise, my air conditioner is downstairs. I don't have it installed yet, and it's so hot. So I'm leaving the door open so I can have a little bit of air. Whoops, sorry. So and I don't know if you caught Fab Find Friday. When you come on, please say hi so I know you're here. I apologize. I don't know what's going on here. I think my allergies to sinus infection has become allergies again. And so my voice is not wanting to function tonight, so I'm going to do the best I can. If you didn't catch Fab Find Friday, on Friday, I'll show you real quick a couple of the things that I found that I'm going to make over tonight. And the first thing is going to be this. And I'm doing two things tonight because one of the items that I picked to do is really big and heavy. And so it's not something I can really just kind of send out to people. I want to start doing a new thing. And so what I would like to start doing with my lives on Monday nights is sending happy mail to anyone who, how do I want to put this? Okay, so if I see that there are, I'm going to start with 15. If I see that there are 15 shares during this live, I will put all the names of all the people who shared and in a drawing, and I will send this to that person as a prize. But I'm going to make it over tonight. I'm not going to leave it like this. I mean, it's cute. It says, this family is blessed with love and laughter. But when you really look at it, you can see where the letters are bleeding or being scratched off or whatever. And so I'm going to make it over and do something a little bit different with it tonight. And we're also going to do this. I've got something I found in my stash that I brought back from Vintage Market days. Sorry. And so I'm going to use that to make this over. So let's get started. So the first thing I need to do is lower the camera down to the table so you can see what I've got going on down here. Okay? So if you tend to get dizzy, just close your eyes and I'll let you know when we're there. Okay, here we go. Give it just a second. Let's see if that is a good angle. Okay, that's a very decent angle. And then so we're going to start with this. Excuse me. I need just a little bit of water to have on hand. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is sand this down a little bit. So I'm going to bring my trash can over here and sand it directly into there. So like I said, if you're joining me, please say hi. Let me know you're there. And then if you can just kind of spread the news and tell your friends, your crafty friends, about what's going on. And once I have 15 shares, I'll do a drawing of all the people who shared and to give this away. And the giveaway will happen I'll do it too. You know what? I'll give it some time. I will draw a name Wednesday. So between tonight and Wednesday evening after work at about 6:30 Central Time, I'll draw a name. So between now and then, if I get 15 shares, the drawing will happen. If I don't get 15 shares, if we don't do if I don't see 15, then this will go in my booth. Or I may save it for a future one. I could have gotten a head start, but I wanted everybody who starts watching this to see what it originally looked like as opposed to how it's going to look when I'm done. And I should have brought my sander in here. It would have been a lot faster, I'm sure. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'll just get most of it off. All right. Got most of it off. Let's wipe it down. I could probably get more of the paint off. Let me see. So yesterday was Easter Sunday. Today is April 18. Yesterday was Easter Sunday. Did anybody go on egg hunts? Do we have any? I don't have any kids at home anymore, so I don't do that sort of thing anymore, but did anybody go on some fun egg hunts, some different ones other than, you know, just regular eggs? I like to hear about the ones where they're creative, there's some creativity behind it. When mine were little, we used to hide the eggs and let her find it, and then let her hide the eggs, and then we'd find it, and then we'd hide it again and let her find it, and we did that a few times, back and forth, and that was always fun. It's interesting the places that they would, you know, she would come up with. And I say she because my girls were 11 and a half years apart. So by the time my little one was hunting eggs, my oldest was done. She was done with all that. All right. So now, let's paint this. I'm going to use Ivory, Waverly Chalk Paint, Ivory, and I'm using Ivory because the jug is not really stark white. And if this ends up in my booth, I want it to kind of go a little bit. So we're just going to paint it. And probably what I'll do is paint it and then let it dry for a little while and start working on the jug. And then I can finish this afterward. It doesn't take long to dry, but yeah, I kind of want to keep both projects going just to kind of keep it fun. And again, if the TV in the background is bothering you, if it's too loud, let me know and I'll go ahead and shut my door. They're downstairs watching TV. And my upstairs has a landing that's just open to the living room. Here we go. So if you're new, my name is Audra. I am an independent designer with Cutout. And what I'm doing here is these, in case you don't know, these are items that I picked up at a thrift store. I have about 6 thrift stores in rotation right now. I'm about to blow dry, so it's going to get loud. And the thrift stores are ones that are around here in the Tulsa area that I know they're all, I mean, Salvation Army and Goodwill, you know, we know where they are and what they're about. They're well known. But we have a few in the area that anytime I ask people about, they don't know. You know, I ask people if they know about them. They say no, that they never heard of him. And my plan is to try to help raise awareness of these different thrift stores because of the causes that they are working to support. So this particular one that I went to last Thursday, where I found this house and that jug, is Community Thrift Store, and they support American veterans, American disabled veterans, AMVETS, American veterans, and Disabled American Veterans, DAV, AMVETS and DAV. They donate funds raised by the by the sale of the goods, as well as give extra discounts to veterans when they shop there. And then there are places like Turning Point Thrift at 19th and Garnett here in Tulsa. They sell the goods that are donated to them to raise funds to provide groceries and food and that sort of thing for people in the area who need it. And you don't have to be homeless, you can be working, but there are people that are working and still struggling, right? They still, you know, can't quite make enough. So the goal of Turning Point Thrift Store is to help with that area. And they are associated with an organization called Loaves and Fishes. It's the same people, just 2 different buildings with 2 different purposes. And and then there is Animal Aid of Tulsa at 21st and Sheridan, and they like to raise funds to help with our little 4-legged friends and our 4-legged fur babies. They help with adoption, they help with medical expenses, they help with feeding them and everything, you know, everything that these babies need. That's what Animal Aid of Tulsa is there for. And then we have, we have, let's see, there's Animal Aid of Tulsa, Community Thrift, Family and Children's Services. They have a thrift store here in town at 7th and Utica. Lots of clothes and lots of cool things. And they are there for helping, you know, Family and Children's Services. They help provide clothes and home goods and that sort of things for families who need it. And let's see. We have the what's that called? Where they build the Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity, excuse me, has a thrift store at 11th and Memorial, and they sell their goods to help raise funds for for that cause, for the Habitat for Humanity cause. And I have a friend who benefited from that, and I think it's pretty awesome. And let's see, was that 6? Habitat for Humanity, Animal Aid of Tulsa, Turning Point Thrift Store, Community Thrift, Middle Earth Treasure at 31st and Sheridan. They donate funds to the little lighthouse here in Tulsa. Sorry, I didn't warn you that was about to get loud. So they donate funds to the Little Lighthouse. So we have Animal Aid of Tulsa, Turning Point Thrift, Middle Earth Treasure, Community Thrift, Habitat for Humanity, and Family and Children's Services Thrift Store. So those are the 6 that I rotate. And I'm also always on the lookout for more of these places that are small. You know, they don't have the name, I guess, or the reputation like Salvation Army and Goodwill. And we have plenty of those places as well. But I'm looking out for the one. I'm looking to go to the ones that aren't very well known to try to help raise awareness. Turning Point, I volunteer there with my mom. We do. We get to sort all the donations of the craft items, so that's pretty cool. I actually love it. I love it, love it, love it. And if I miss it for more than 1 week because of circumstances, I miss it. I mean, I really miss going there. I love that place. So there are places that will take volunteers. There are places that will all take financial donations. They will all, of course, take donated goods that they can resell. That's looking good, isn't it? Looking good so far. All right, so that's the second coat. I'm just going to leave it like that and let it dry for a little while. I'm done with this, so I'm going to pull that off. And now I have a dowel. Oh, and I'm making a nice big old mess everywhere. All right. So while that's sitting for a little bit, I'm going to clean the mess off of my hands. There we go. Wash the paint off my table. Set that aside over there. And just let it dry. Now, I'm going to try not to keep you too long because I do have, I do understand that it's Monday. People have things to do. And I also have a meeting in a little bit. So it's, you know, beneficial for both of us for me not to keep you too long. So this is the jug that I found at Community Thrift. And my first thought, I was planning to paint it, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to leave it as it is, and just chalk on it. So I'm going to, I'm losing my train of thought. I did some research or searching around on my transfers and what I want to do with it. And my original thought was to put a cow with a pig or the rooster, because I didn't think I had anything that would be big enough but not too big. And then I was back in my craft room looking around in my stash that I brought home after vintage market days, and I found this. I believe it is retired. I believe it is. Fresh from the farm, 2018, but I found this. Okay, so it's got the cow, and it's got the pig, and it's got bacon, and the farm, and the carrots, and the radish, and from, and eggs, and the little chicken, and the milk, and the fresh. So you could probably guess what we're going to do tonight. We're going to put this little guy And we're going to put fresh from the farm, or fresh milk from the farm, fresh from the farm milk. I think I want to do fresh from the farm milk on one side. So, cut this baby apart. This is an 18 by 24, I believe, and it is what we call a cut apart transfer. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube and you like this, you like what I'm talking about, you like what you're seeing, and you're interested in shopping live with me on Thursdays, if you want to shop live with me on Thursdays, I do it during my lunch hour. Just, let's see, you'll have to look me up on Facebook. I'll put my links. I'll put the link to my Facebook page where I do the shopping in the description here, and I put the links to the page where I do Fab Find Friday on Friday nights. In case you miss the shopping trip or you don't see what I pick out, you can see it on Friday night. And then I also put the link for where I do these Makeover Mondays. That way you can catch it live on Facebook, or you can catch the replay here on YouTube. Totally up to you. But if you are, make sure you just, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when I post things. That way, if you don't catch the live, you can catch the replay. If you prefer, here on YouTube, it will notify you every time I put something on. So here are two of the ones I'm using. For one side, fresh milk. I'm going to use the word from. So I'm going to cut this up here. Here we go. And then once I'm done cutting, I'm going to write on the back so that when I replace the transfer, because these are reusable, they're self-adhesive, reusable transfers, or what I so affectionately refer to as big old stickers. Big old stickers. They are silk screen, so it's kind of a combination between stenciling and silk screen. We don't need the carrot or the radish at this time. We don't need the pig or the eggs, so I'm going to set those aside. And I will finish cutting that up later. So we're going to use this guy. We're going to use fresh from the farm milk. That's the plan for the jug. All right. Oh, I didn't grab my paste. Let me grab my paste. Let's see. I'm going to do black paste. I need my fuzzcloth because these are brand new, and so since I'm putting them on this, this is an RCP company, Akron, Ohio. This is a clay or ceramic jug. Clay or ceramic? Ceramic. Glass. I'm just going to say glass. And so, since this is brand new, I will definitely need to fuzz it so that it doesn't stick like crazy to the jug. This is going to be a simple transformation tonight. The biggest question that I'm going to have for this, and I will leave it up to you. I'm going to wait for some votes To embellish or not to embellish? My thinking was, to take some ribbon, like maybe this, if I have enough, or like this, and just tie a bow around the handle. I thought that would be cute. I don't know, but let's wait and see. We'll wait and see until it's done, and then I'll let you all vote to embellish or not to embellish. Okay, I think that'll work. All right. So, we want to place this. We need this to not roll around. So, I'm trying to determine the perfect spot. I think I'm going to center it as much as I can. And I really just want to be careful not to have air bubbles in the screened area. So I'm just going to work it down. Just like that. Nice and firm. The nice thing about it is if there are mistakes, they can be fixed. It can be washed off if I need to. But I think this is going to go really pretty good on this guy. Look at that. I think that is the perfect size cow for this jug. It just worked out perfectly. Now this chalk paste will not be permanent unless I seal it. So I may or may not put a layer of something over it to seal. Hi Michelle. Hi Sandra. Michelle, I'm doing better. I'm losing my voice again though. I don't know why. Probably allergies. But the more I try to talk, the harder it gets. The louder I try to talk, the harder it gets. Hey Sandra, I am doing this jug. Okay, and I'm also doing this piece of wood. This is going to be a giveaway. If I have 15 shares between now and Wednesday of this video, this live project, the names will be put in a drawing, and I will be giving this away. I'll be sending this to the person who wins the drawing. So if I reach 15 shares between now and Wednesday night, 6:30 Central Time is when I will do the drawing. So I'll come home from work, and around 5:30 or 5:40 I'll sit down and double check everything. And if I reach 15, absolutely perfect, I will give it away. If I don't, it will go in my booth. Or I may save it for later. Let me check the consistency of my paste. It's a little thick. It's a little thick. So I'm going to take some distilled water and spray it in there just a little bit at a time to get it back to the consistency that it needs to be. You want it to be kind of like Greek yogurt, cake batter, something like that. This is still a little on the thick side. Lay that right there. When you reach 15, yeah, when we reach 15 shares. You know, I can't, I guess I could give it more time if I need to. I gotta pick a time. You know, a time frame. That's what I was trying to say. Time frame. I was watching my friend just before I came on, and she said, you know, when I go live, my words leave me. And I'm like, yeah, they just kind of disappear. They just kind of go into hiding. And so, when we're sitting here talking with you, it's like, okay, what was the word for that? I know the word. All right, I think this is ready for use. So I'm gonna go with simple black today, because I think that'll be perfect for this. Yes, ma'am, it is. I think it's perfect too. Yes, if, Sandra, if I reach 15 shares. If I reach 15 shares. I absolutely meant to say if. All right, here we go. Here it goes. I'm going to work from the center out since there's so much screen space. And I probably should get a bigger squeegee to work faster. So, there we go. See there? And then we're just gonna squeegee it on there, just like we're spreading butter on a piece of bread. Okay. I'm using another paste jar to keep it from rolling away. I certainly don't want it to roll. That would make a big of a mess. So I'm just making sure I cover all of the screening area that I want to use, and in this particular case, it's the whole thing. Sometimes you may just want to use part of your transfer. No, I'm saying if I do. I am meaning if I get 15 shares. Because it may not happen. So I'm just scraping off the excess and putting it all back in the jar. Now I need to hurry up because it's drying already. Okay, let's peel this baby off. Oh yeah. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Let me put this down. I'm going to lay it on the backing until I can wash it. Oh my gosh, look at this cow. He's perfect. Alright, so now I need to dry him a little bit. I need to wash my hands before I touch anything because I've got chalk paste all over the place. So how have you two been? How have you been, Michelle and Sandra? Did you two have a nice Easter? I'm going to dry him for a minute. It's going to be loud, so if you want to turn down your volume. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I love him. I love him. Okay, so I see some spots that are not drying. I'll bet you've been really busy too, huh, Michelle? So I'm going to let this sit for a minute. And I'm going to switch projects and look at this one. We'll start working on this one. So I'm going to sand this down a little bit. Let's see. I have these sanding blocks, but they don't seem to do anything. So I'm going to use my paper. I'm going to sand down the edges. Just kind of give it that distressed look. So this started off as a brown house with a cute little saying on it. And I just completely took it off. Took it off and covered it up. With a little bit of off-white paint. So, you two, if you want to be entered into the drawing for this, please feel free to sprinkle the love. Let your friends know, any of your crafty friends know. That way you can be entered into the drawing. Okay, I cannot stand and talk at the same time. It takes serious concentration. Let's see. So all right. Okay, I'm just sanding down the edges a little bit. And now I'm going to take, what do I do with it? This one. And get chalk paint all over the place while I'm in the process. Let's get that off of there so I don't make a big mess. I haven't decided, so maybe I can get some input. I'm going to put one of these on this house, either Farm Sweet Farm, or Love Lives Here, or My Home is My Happy Place, or Bless This Home. What do you think? Bless This Home, Home is My Happy Place, Love Lives Here, or Farm Sweet Farm? If you were to try to win this, which would you prefer to have? I'll show you the choices again. Farm Sweet Farm is voted, one vote for Farm Sweet Farm. What do you think, Sandra? Okay. If we do Farm Sweet Farm, I was planning to put a flower above it, but I might have to change that out. Maybe a wreath form with a bow on it, like with a checkered bow, a little one. I think Farm Sweet Farm would be a nice pairing with the jug. So, Farm Sweet Farm. I'm looking at the design of this, and I see that the letters look like they're wiggly. So that's going to be cute. Farm Sweet Farm. Home is My Happy Place. I originally planned to do this on top. What do you think? With a little wreath. Love Lives Here. Bless This Home. But it needs a little, if we're doing Farm Sweet Farm, it needs a little, something a little more rustic, doesn't it? Okay. That's what we'll do. All right. So I need to fuzz this right on the back. And the reason I write on the back, in case you're just catching this, is so that when I put this transfer back onto the backing, I am sure to put it on the correct side. If you happen to put it on the wrong side, it will stick like crazy. So I write on the back because I have accidentally put it on the wrong side, and it was crazy hard to get it off. And I actually almost ended up ruining it, but I managed to do okay. So, how's the background noise? Do you hear too much TV? One and 3/4, 1 3/4, 1 3/4, 1 3/4. I love it. Let's see. That's better. All right. Okay, good. Okay. So I'm just going to do black paste on this one. And I'm going to go this way to kind of go with the stroke of the paint. So I'm not going against the brush strokes. I have found it makes it a little bit smoother of a transfer. Alright. I didn't think to do a before picture. I'll have to see if I can catch it off of my video. Do a before and after. Okay. Peel that baby off. Ooh, it's stuck. I didn't think to wax. I probably should have waxed. But it's perfectly fine. Farm Sweet Farm. And let's put this on the backing so I can wash it later. So dry this a little bit. And I have an idea. Be right back. I think that's the smallest one I have. And then maybe like a little buffalo. Oh, my signal is messed up. Can you see it? Yeah. What do you think? Like that? Nope. Definitely this. Yep, definitely that. Okay. So let that dry for a little bit. Now, back to this guy. Make sure he's dry in all the spots. Good, he's completely dry. So now I want to do the other side. Whoopsie. There's a cork inside there. All right, I'm going to lay this on the towel so that it doesn't get scratched during this process. Now what I want to do, yes ma'am, definitely the wreath. Okay, I think it's going to work. So I want to find a good center spot here. I'm going to put the milk all the way down here. This will be a little tricky, getting it on here with no air bubbles. I also want to center it. So I need to, it's about just under 3 inches, and that's a little more. It's like 6 inches. So I'm going to move this over a little more. Got to go down lower. And now we're looking at about just over 5 inches. And just under 4. So we're almost there. The only thing is, though, we got to do that. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this here. This is the longest one, so I need to do this one. Hold on. I need to center this one. This one's going to go right about, see, that is all the way down, so that's going to go right about there. So I'm going to peel this off. This is always fun. This is the fun part. So I want to center this first because it's the longest, and then I'm going to center the shorter ones on this one. So that's just under 4 inches away and under 3 inches away. So I'm going to come over this way a little more, like right about there, and see what that does. Okay. Still under just under 3 inches. I guess I should measure from the nose, right? Because the nose is the furthest point. So I just need to go up a little bit, tiny bit, oops, right about there, I think. There. A little air bubble there. Can't have the air bubbles. So if I have that right there, it's centered between the two sides of the cow. And then, of course, this is a bull. I can take the horns off and make it a cow. I didn't even think about that. We don't really get milk from our bulls, do we? That'll work. Just like that. All right, cool. Let me turn this way so I can see what I'm doing better. Okay, so that's going to fit just fine. So I'm going to pick this up. I have air bubbles right here and right there, so I'm just going to work out the air bubbles. Whoopsie, come on. There we go. I think I will. I think I'm going to wash the horns off of the cow, of the bull, because I don't think there's anybody in the business of milking a bull. Okay. Okay, so I just spread the paste over the words, and I'm scraping off any of the excess to put it back in the jar. I see a little bit of an air bubble right there. Luckily it's not on the edge, so hopefully it won't be too terribly bad. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we had a little bit of an air bubble, which is fine. That'll come off. I can wash that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's put that right there so I can wash it. Blow dry this. So we had a little bit of bleed right here where it said I had an air bubble. So I'm just gonna do this. And then take whoopsie. A little bit of a wipe and just wash it off. Okay, now that might be a little bit wet still, so I'm going to let that sit over here for a minute. And I'm going to glue the wreath on like that. Got my glue gun hot, ready, and some E6000. My hands are not as strong as they used to be. Okay. Right there. So I put a little E6000 for a more permanent hold, and then I put hot glue for the quick dry to hold it in place while the E6000 is drying. Okay, and I'm going to set that aside again. And then let's get to work on this guy a little more. Making sure it's completely dry. Now I want to put the word milk. So this is about 9 inches in the word milk. Is about 5 1/4 inches, so a little over 4 inches. No, a little over 2 inches inside. Okay, so I'm going to put the word milk. If I put 2 inches on each side, it's going to be right at the E. And nope. I'm trying not to put the sticker down onto the word. I don't want to pull it up. So I'm going to very precariously, nope, I need to go over a little more. Carefully put this here so that I can measure. There we go. That was easier than I thought it would be. Now I'm going to lay this over the farm like that, and then I'm going to lay that down. There we go. That is to protect the words that are already on there so that my sticker doesn't peel it up. Now this is sitting higher than that, so I need to adjust it a little more. There we go. Start in the middle. There we go. It's not as easy to do this, to get the air bubbles out when the surface is round. It takes a minute. And I'm really just focusing on the area at the edge of the letters. Got a little bit of an air bubble right there. That's probably going to need some fixing when we're done, and a little bit right here at the K. Okay. I see an air bubble at the L, so that's going to need a little fixing as well. Alright, let's take the excess. Peel this guy off. Okay, I am quite pleased considering how difficult it was to get it just right. Fresh from the farm milk. So far, so good. Let that dry for a little while. The word from and the word fresh. Okay. So that's about 9 inches. This is 2.5 inches. So that leaves 6.5, right? So about 3.25 in. So between the E and the F is where I want to start. Fresh from the farm. Let's measure that. Huh. Nope. Nope. I need to start a little further over. Now let's try that. Okay. All right. That's a little better. Not quite though. Just a little bit more. Let's go right about there. See how that does. There we go. Ah, did it. Yay! And this one's going to be easy because it's such a small. There we go. So I'm just putting it all back in there. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then I probably could have put it a little higher to start, but that's okay. I won't complain. And the word fresh. So now I'm going to dry the word from. It's dry. And then we want to center that. So this is a total of 4.5 inches. This is a total of 2.5 inches. So 1 inch on each side. 1 inch out on each side. So the inside of the F should line up with the other F. This part of the F should line up with that F, right? So it should be I'm trying to, nope. A little bit further over. So that goes down there, and I do this and that, and it's just about an inch and a quarter, and it's just about an inch. So I'm just going to go a tiny bit back this way. Just like that. And I don't want to risk messing that up, so I'm going to put that right there. There we go. There. Almost finished. Almost. I'm going to touch up the milk a little bit once we're done here, and then I'm going to see about taking the horns off of the bull and turning it into a cow. There we go. Woohoo! Look at that. Fresh and firm milk. So I want to fix that right there. And fix this right here. Okay. So this is not permanent yet, so I could easily wash it off and put something different on it if I wanted. And as you can see, we can easily fix mistakes as well. I'm trying to be careful. My hands are a little shaky right now. so I'm trying not to hit a spot that I don't want to hit. There we go. I love the imperfections on the jug. I think it's perfect with the distressed lettering. I think I want a little bit right there. So I'm going to use this tiny brush right here and just dab it on there a little bit. There we go. I just wanted to finish off that little leg right there. Yeah, we do need to lose the horns. We do need to lose the horns. Which is fine, it's easy to do. Okay. So I'm just essentially just start right there. Carefully. I'm going to use my tool here. There we go. Now we don't have a bowl anymore. I was just checking the anatomy. Gotta make sure he wasn't anatomically correct. We don't have udders, but that's okay. We get the point, right? There. I don't want it to look like something was removed from the head. There. Now we have a cow. And that's it. Fresh from the farm milk. I love it. I love it. So the question is, before I go up any further, I'm going to move the angle of the camera up so I can show you what I'm thinking about doing. So if you tend to get dizzy, close your eyes, and I'll let you know when we're there. This took a little longer than I thought it would. Oh, and I haven't finished this yet. I need to finish this. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm just going to take a little piece of this. Just a little piece of this. I'm going to fold two little ears and tie the ears into a knot. Just like that. Pull it tight. Just like that. And then I'm going to, let's see. Glue it. Whoopsie! I hope you didn't hear that. They tend to get into their shows. Farm Sweet Farm. I like it. I think that turned out really well. So this will be the giveaway. So if I reach 15 shares between now and 6 p.m. Central Time Wednesday, April 20, this will be given away. And then this, I'm waiting for my computer to catch up. This, fresh from the farm milk. Go a little higher so you can see the whole thing. And then turn it around. And we have the cow. And there it is. Oh my gosh. I love it. So, the question for this is, do we embellish or do we not? I can put the cork back in. Okay. So the cork is back in. And my thought, my first thought was to take this. Oh, I might have enough. I didn't think I had enough. Well, I just might have enough. Take this. And just tie a bow. As tight as I can get it. And then trim it. I don't know if it's gonna I'm struggling. So I don't know. Bow or no bow. I would definitely cut that one short to go along with it, but I don't know. I may have to look at it for a few days. Tell me what you think. I could take this, my reeds fell on the floor, and just do like this. And that's it with the bow. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. There we go. so there's the bow. Okay. I'm waiting for my computer to catch up so I can get a good visual of it. I guess it's kind of wonky. I guess it kind of sits wonky. What do you think? The bow's not glued on, so it can always just come off. I think I like it better without the bow. What do you think? With or without the bow? I'm thinking I like it better without. I'd love to hear your opinion. So that's it. That's it for tonight. Farm Sweet Farm. Fresh from the farm milk. Alright everybody, if you like what you're seeing, please hit the subscribe button on YouTube and hit that bell so you get notified every time. Click on the like. That would be awesome. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're on YouTube and you catch the replay, or on Facebook as well, please put hashtag replay, and I will put the links to the different places where the live thrifting happens, and the Fab Find Friday happens, and where this typically happens. And that way, if you want to catch any of the shopping trips or any of the makeovers, that would be awesome. And between now and Wednesday, April 20, 2022, I should say 20, but I'm going to say 15. 15 shares. If we reach 15 shares, I'll be giving this away to one of the people who does the sharing. So that's it. That's it for tonight. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you so much. And I'll see you again Thursday for our Thrifting Thursday Live. All right. Bye. 12:30 p.m. Central Time. Okay. Bye.